Hey guys, so this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time in regard to like just talking about Pixar because as a humongous Disney and Pixar fan myself, I've always wanted to do something talking about like the Pixar movies themselves. And so I was originally planning on making a ranking list of talking about every single Pixar movie, but that was just a little tricky for me, so I just decided that I was gonna I was gonna make a top 10 list talking about my 10 favorites instead. And it wasn't really easy trying to find how I was gonna rank all of my 10 favorites as well as just finding the 10 I love the most. I mean, I love Pixar movies, but it was just a little hard to just kind of think about my 10 definitive his favorite. I mean, I already knew what the main top five were, but in terms of the other five, that was didn't get easy. So, but I eventually did manage to think of all of them, and so this is kind of a long time coming in this case because I've wanted to do this for a long time, and yeah, I'm really glad that I'm finally being able to. And so, really just, like I just said, as we all love Pixar considering how many amazing movies they have under their belt. I'm sure you all have your own favorites, and given how huge it is, and especially given how it's been announced recently that their newest movie, Soul, is actually going to be a Disney Plus exclusive to the COVID-19 show. We're going to be getting that new movie out soon. But so, I guess you could say in preparation for that, I decided to make my own top 10 list talking about my favorites. And so, yeah, with that out of the way, let's get started. And I hope you all like this. Number 10. Starting off at number 10 is a movie you probably thought would be higher on the list, but for now I'm leaving it here. But that is still an amazing movie nonetheless. I remember seeing this movie in cinemas 11 years ago with my mom and my friend, and I loved it then, but like most movies for me, it's only gotten better over time. I love the idea for this, with it being an adventure movie while still have been a lot of comedy and drama. And when watching it, you can just tell how much hard work the people making they put into it. And with that, you can just tell how hard they wanted to make this and how much effort they made and they put into making this movie as good as it possibly could be. And you can solve that really well with just how well written the story is, just from how it's easy to follow, but it still just you and all the emotions that it's trying to get you in. And there's so many laugh out loud moments as well, and there's just a lot of comedy in this that really works. But that's not even what the movie does the best. It's just how much heart is in the movie and how it can make anyone cry just from how powerful it is. But also the adventure that the characters go on is just so much fun to watch, and it's so invested. Wow, just from and you just can't help but love the characters as you're going on this adventure with them. Carl, Russell, Judge, Kevin, you just love all of them just from how funny they are and how likable they are and how you care about each and every one of and yeah, really, like I just said, it just has so many sad moments that anyone can feel for, and it just gets you in all the right field at the right time. And here I don't need to mention the first 10 minutes and how it always affects everyone with how powerful it is, just showing Carl and Ellie's life together and just showing how they just kind of live their lives as far as they could. But even beyond that, it's just like, and then even beyond that, there's even more sad scenes that you keep watching. It's just one of those movies where you just can't help but love it. It's just one of those movies where no matter how you're feeling, it will just make you entertain. It will just help entertain you, and no matter or how they're feeling, and you'll just love it all the same. And so, yeah, that's why I'm putting up at number 10. Number 9, Incredibles 2. Up next is the sequel to The Incredibles, Incredibles 2. Like everyone, I was hoping they would make this movie someday too. So when it was announced, I was so excited for it. And when it was released 2 years ago, I absolutely loved it. It was actually my favorite movie of 2018. I loved it so much when I first saw it. And when I saw it again a few months ago, I was so excited to rewatch it, and I still loved it. I love how they were able to get true to the original movie and make a worthy success. Sure, while still making just a great movie as well. Sure, it's not perfect, and it's not as good as the original, but I still love so much about it. The level of quality the movie has in regard to animation and its sounding, and it's so overall a super fun movie to watch. The only problem I have with it is the villain, but the rest of the movie is so good I can easily forgive that. It's overall just a blast to watch, and I think I might have liked it a bit more than most people because it's one of those movies that always makes me excited to watch, even just a little clip from it, and even just seeing the characters again after 14 years is just really exciting, and just whenever you watch you can't help but just have so much fun watching it. Like I just said for Up, it's one of those movies that you just have fun with every single time you watch. Yeah, and really, I don't know how to describe it, but there's just something else about it that made me love it and a bit more of a more personal level. And it's also, in my opinion, it might also be the most funny Pixar movie I've ever seen. I know there are a lot of really funny Pixar movies, but I think this one might be the funniest. Overall, I absolutely love this one, and if they ever do a next one, which I honestly kind of hope they don't, because this one it was honestly just perfect, just yes, and this one, I hope that it's as good as this one. Number 8, Coco. At number 8 is 2017 Coco. Definitely one of the better Pixar movies in the past few years. I was surprised considerably throughout this movie because there was so much of it that reminded me of other Disney movies like The Little Mermaid and Brave. But there's this charm in this movie that makes it feel so original. I just premise it does also feel like other movies like The Book of Life, but it's still so well written and so well directed by Leon Free that you forget about it and see it as its own thing. And like I said with the emotional moments are really effective, but it's also great in terms of world building and just world design as well, just in terms of how it depicts the land of the dead. A lot of that is also due to incredible and super well detailed animation. It's also got some amazing characters in it that you can't help but love going through the story with. It's also great with its music as well. Pixar normally wouldn't be remembered all that much for its music, but because music plays such a big part in this movie, it definitely stands out at that. There's also another super emotional movie like that. I remember watching this one night with my sister, and she was really torn up about it. And that all thanks to amazing writing and fantastic characters that you love throughout the whole thing. And yeah, just how it's able to do so many things in just a short amount of time is really impressive. And how it goes through all of these events is really impressive as well. Number 7, Inside Out. Inside Out was definitely a movie that helped Pixar out a lot because before it, their movies for a few years weren't doing as really for a while ever getting Toy Story 3. But because of this, they really made up for it with a movie that kind of familiar with having emotions with personality in a person's head, but they wrote the movie so well with having memorable and likable characters, a really invested story, and a super effective dramatic moment that you just felt that a lot of people just fell in love with this movie immediately. And the characters may also make some questionable decisions, but they're well written enough that you understand why they feel the way they do, and you even feel for them yourself as well. It's all so impressive with how you feel with for the characters, and you even relate to them in terms of the situation that they're in. Like even if you're talking about the emotions like joy and sadness, or even of the human characters like Riley, it's just impressive how well they make you relate to all of them. But it's all but it's also just a super fun movie to watch as well, and you're never bored. I'm also impressed with how with its animation in regard to its colors and its design and everything. It's also just super hilarious in parts, and I just almost everything with Ben Bond. Like yeah, he had a really sad ending and all that, but he's also really hilarious and really likable throughout the whole movie. And really, I just love everything about this movie. I saw it when it first came out 5 years ago, and I really loved it then. And yeah, I remember feeling like really emotional when I watched it, and it was super invested in the whole time. I just loved it as soon as it started, and I loved having the journey for the whole thing. And now, yeah, again, like I said 100 times already, yeah, I just love everything about this movie in terms of how much fun it is to watch. Number 6, Finding Nemo. I'm not gonna lie, this was actually the first movie I ever saw in the cinema back in 2003. And I remember having a bit of a weird experience with it. I remember loving it, but also being terrified by its dark moments as well. But as I got older, I began appreciating it more and began to love it more and more and more with every viewing. This is the most emotional Pixar movie ever, in my opinion. There's so many scenes in this that just make it that would honestly make anyone want to cry or anything like that. But they all work so well because you feel for the characters so much as well. It's all so just a fun adventure movie with going on it with the characters who are all so likable and so memorable and so much fun. Some of the characters aren't even in the movie that but they're still so memorable and fun nonetheless. And in my opinion, this is the first CG movie that looked this beautiful because there's so many amazing shots of the ocean and the sea life and everything in it. It's actually a movie that has so much in it, but it never feels crammed, and I wouldn't want to take anything out of it not only was the story not work as well, but all the aspects of the story are so much fun to watch that it would be kind of detrimental to remove them at all. And really, I just always find myself just feeling for the characters like Marlin, Dory, and Nemo and all these. And even the Tenth Fish, they're like I just said, they're all just so much fun to watch. And even during the emotional moments, they're all just so likable nonetheless because you feel for the characters so much. Number 5, The Incredibles. Given my love for superheroes, this movie means a lot to me outside of the fact that it's a super fun movie. I've always loved it, but it wasn't until a few years ago that I began to appreciate it a bit more due to understanding it better than when I was younger. Not only does it have an amazing story that can be enjoyed by pretty much anyone, but it also has phenomenal action in it. The fact that this was made back in 2004 makes it even more impressive. And I love the characters and the cast in this as well. I also love how this was the first Pixar movie with human characters character, and the way they handled every character, again, they just really impressed too, with having each one be like a real person and making you like every single one of them. It's also just an absolute blast to watch this movie from beginning to end, and even the slower moments are still fun to watch because of how well written the story is. There's never a boring moment in this movie, and I also just love how Brad Bird was able to do just an amazing job with just directing the movie and writing it and just making it every second so entertaining no matter what scene you're in. Just everything with how he directs this movie and how the story moves from location to location and how it keeps getting more and more invested. And it's just really fun to watch. And yeah, really, I just love every single aspect about this movie. Number 4, Toy Story 2. Alright, now we're getting into the Toy Story movies. These movies are all perfect and fantastic. And the first one we're talking about is the sequel to the first movie, Toy Story 2. Given how this was the sequel from a kind of newer toy film studio back then, this must have been a huge shock to everyone when it was released to everyone who saw this and realized that this was just as perfect and amazing as the first one. And it's incredible with what they were able to achieve with this film and how they were able to do it given how this was still technically back in the 90s. But they still managed to make something this amazing with really expanding their world and giving us new locations and new characters along with the old characters we all knew and loved originally. And it's amazing how they were able to create these new characters who were able to stand alongside the old ones and feel like they were just as good as well. I just love everything about this film and the others. And like I just said, it's like given how they were able to give us new locations, they were able to do a lot more impressive things this time around with showing us this, with like just taking us to new places like our department or our toy barn or the elevator scene or the scene of the airport. I just love how this was able to just be just as good as the original and be just as perfect as wow. Number 3, Toy Story. At number 3 is the very first CG movie of all time and one of the most classic movies ever, Toy Story. Do I even need to talk that much about this movie? It's a total classic and we all know it. This along with Toy Story 2 are both so intense to me and my family. In fact, this is the movie I quote the most because of how memorable it and how amazing it is. Seeing a new movie like this back in 1995 must have been jaw-dropping for everyone, and it's interesting to think what they must have thought when they saw it for the first time and realized how perfect it was. There's just so much stuff in this that becomes so popular in so many forms nowadays, and these characters are all so amazing, like Woody, Buzz, and everyone else. And what really, I didn't have to give John Lasseter humongous credit for having a vision like this and making it as good as he did. But come on, we've all seen this movie at some point in our lives, and at this point, there's really not much to say about it. It's absolutely amazing and fantastic. Yeah, and can be enjoyed by everyone. I mean, come on, has seen this movie at least once in their lives, and really, I just can't express enough about how much I love this movie and how I just have so much nostalgia for just watching it a billion times in my life. Number 2, Toy Story 4. Coming in close to number 1 is last year's huge surprise, Toy Story 4. It was obviously a big surprise because so many people, including myself, were all really nervous about this movie because the first three movies were essentially a perfect trilogy and this had the potential to maybe ruin it. But then a fantastic writing, amazing voice work, and absolutely gorgeous animation, they managed to turn out yet another perfect Toy Story movie that I loved once again. But a lot of people have said already, I generally think Toy Story 3 may have been a great ending to Andy's story with the toys. This movie was more like the perfect ending for Woody's character arc and his story with the rest of the toys as well. It's honestly the second movie last year that made me cry along with Avengers Endgame because of the ending. And it's fantastic how all the new characters were always so lovable and funny as well and not annoying. It even had a really nice how it's even nice how it even makes this movie's villain a lot more sympathetic than most of than the other ones who were pretty much just not like just kind of unlikable to begin with. And I like how they were able to do that for this one. I even rewatched this movie a few days ago and I still loved it. I even picked up on some new things and it made the experience even more enjoyable. And I just love how this movie was able to make to give a definitive end for these movies, and were able to end it with a huge bang. I even made it like my number one favorite movie of last year on my top 5 movies of last year. And yeah, I just love how this movie was just so amazing and not just the kind of cash grab like a lot of people were expecting it to be. Number 1, Toy Story 3. And finally at number 1 is the sequel that many people waited 11 years for, Toy Story 3. This was kind of a tough one for me in regard to how I would rank the first and the fourth Toy Story movie, but I finally came to a decision and this is it. I just love this movie so much, just like all the others. And what I love is how this was the first Toy Story movie to look this good. It was the first one to be nominated for Best Picture, and it was also the first unique one, but this was just many years after when with Andy all grown up, and we got to see a new side to all these characters, and I love that. These movies were already perfect with the first two, but now with this, they made it to 3 movies and made it so amazing from the first two, and we're able, and given how the first two are already amazing, this was just a huge surprise to everyone like me, and I just love when a film series is able to make huge leaps like that and actually get the landing with making trying to make a big quadrilogy like this, and this was all so the first, and I love how this was the first one that just made everything a lot more intense and crazy. I just love it when a movie is able to do that, and I've already seen the movie 1,000 times already. It's also just fun to be on another adventure with these guys, and I love the way that story gets darker and darker with the creepiness, like I was just saying. This was also the first Toy Story movie I ever saw in the cinema, and I had an amazing time with it when I did. I honestly can't believe it's been 10 years and it's all since it was released, and it feels just as fun to watch and see how they did this movie 11 years since the last one. And I, like so many people, also get really emotional at the ending. And like I said, I just love everything about this movie and what it delivered in regard to being a phenomenal experience for the fans of the series and all fans of the series. And really just it just, like I just said, it's just a lot of fun to watch, and how they were able to do this it originally in the first place is just really impressive given how they hadn't made one of these for over 11 years. And yeah, when you watch the movie, you just can't help but have a lot of fun just because you know you're following characters you love, and you're just watching them go on this another great quest, and it's just fun to follow these characters no matter what they're doing. And all that is why Toy Story 3 is my favorite Pixar movie of all time. And so, everyone, those are my picks for my top 10 favorite Pixar movie of all time. Thank you all so much for watching. I had an amazing time talking about these. I wanted to talk about these, like, we wanted to do a Pixar dedicated review for a long time, because I always talk about Disney movies and Kingdom Hearts and all that, and I obviously just wanted to talk about Pixar movies for so long, and now I was finally able to do it. And I just love how I was able to do it. It was just a lot of fun to do it, and I hope all of you liked it too. And so, if you did like this video, please like this video. Please comment down below to tell me what you think, or please tell me what your favorite Pixar movies are. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are about all of this. And please follow me on Twitter at Kingdom Hearts and Disney, and please follow me on Twitter and Daniel Maloney, Hey and Disney fan where I do Kingdom Hearts and Disney plays every single day. And please subscribe for more content like this coming soon, and I'll see you on next time. Take care.